Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It's a very grey, rainy, typical Vancouver day out there today, and it's also the first day of fall today, so it's September 22nd, and I thought that this would be a great time to sit down and chat through some of my fall projects that I have planned for the season. So yeah, I thought we could talk through what patterns I've been looking at, what fabric I've picked up, and also where I'm getting some of my inspiration. So I have my cozy wool cardigan, and I have a nice cup of hot Earl Grey tea. So I'm feeling very cozy and in the mood to chat fall sewing. I will preface this video by saying there's quite a few projects on this list. I think I've got about 9 projects, so if I did one project a week it would take me over 2 months to complete, and I won't be able to complete them that fast. So maybe this can be more of like a fall-winter sort of project planning video. My problem is that I tend to look at a lot of fabric online and purchase fabric that I have planned for certain projects before I'm actually able to make those projects. So my project list kind of accumulates and my stash grows bigger, and especially because we had the move as well, I wasn't able to do a lot of sewing during that time, so I've got a bit of a backlog. But anyway, I'm hoping now to just focus on the projects that I have, and I've told myself that I'm not allowed to buy any more fabric until they're finished, so hopefully I can hold myself to that. And yeah, it's not that I really need new clothes, but I am really trying to focus on making my wardrobe and purchasing secondhand as opposed to purchasing new. And sewing is just, you know, my biggest hobby. I really enjoy it. So I kind of look at it from that perspective. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the projects. So the first project I have on my list is just a very fall-inspired like midi or maxi dress. So I picked up this fabric. This is some bio-washed cotton linen in the color 8 Golden Beige, and this is from 209 Fabric, which is a local fabric store to me, but they're also fully online as well, so you can shop them there. And it's run by Sarah, who has a YouTube channel as well called Sewing Therapy, so I'll link that up here as well if you're interested. You should go check out her channel. She does a lot of tutorials and pattern walkthroughs, and their fabric store is also really great and stocked with some really good stuff as well. So I bought this when it was on sale, and it's just this beautiful, like very fallish, yeah, like golden yellow kind of color. So for patterns, I was originally thinking to do either the Valley dress by Pattern Fantastique or the newly released Romy dress by Sew House 7. And I think I landed on doing the Romy dress just because it does have longer sleeves, and I think the style is just a little bit more closer to what I'm going for. And the inspiration behind this dress was a dress that I saw from a brand called Hackwith Design House. They have this oversized linen dress. I'll show a picture of it on screen somewhere so you can see. But yeah, it's just like the most beautiful like golden yellow color. I think their color on their website is avocado, so maybe it's a little bit different in person, but in the photos it looks like this just beautiful golden yellow. And just like a very long kind of flowy dress with lots of gathering. And yeah, I just felt really inspired by that and thought it would be the perfect fall dress paired with maybe a pair of boots, like a cardigan or a jacket or a hat or something like that. I think would just be super cute for fall. So that's project number 1. Oh, and if you're wondering what this little tag is, this is just the fabric, just because this helps keep me organized. A lot of fabric stores don't actually tag their fabrics. I think the only one that I order from that does is Blackbird Fabrics. So they'll actually put a tag on the fabric so you can remember exactly what it is. It's got a label on it. So for the ones that don't come with that, I just make my own and just pin it to the fabric so that it's easy for me to remember where I got it from, how much of it I have, what the fiber content is, and even which project I'm going to use it for. So that's a quick little stash organization tip for you. So the next project I have is one that I was actually planning on completing for summer. But yeah, like I said, because of our move, I didn't actually get around to it, but that's okay. I think it's actually something that's still going to work for fall as well. So it is some loungewear sets made from thrifted bed sheets. So I picked both of these up from my thrift store that I used to live nearby before we moved. This one is kind of like a gingham, like beige and white mix, and this one is more of, I would say, like a dusty blue kind of color. And yeah, I just loved this print. I really loved this blue color. This is like my favorite tone of blue, and I thought that they would make really good coordinating loungewear sets. And even I think if I make a top and bottom from both of these, you could even like mix and match the tops and bottoms together and just have some really cute loungewear. So the pattern that I'm thinking of using for this is the Common Stitch Pipit loungewear set. What I liked about this one actually is the shape of the sleeves. It's got like a really nice like wide bell kind of sleeve. And it also has a button up front, which is nice, but it has no collar, because I did make one loungewear set before that was kind of like a PJ set. I think I used the Devon linen pajamas set. It's a free pattern from fabricstore.com. And I just kind of hacked it a little bit to be a little bit more cropped and have shorts instead of pants. But anyway, that one had a notched collar on it, and oh my goodness, that was a really hard thing to do. That was my first time doing it, and I got like so many puckers. I think I had to rip one of them out and do it over multiple times. So especially if I'm making two of them, I just don't want to make it too much work for myself, so I feel like having no collar is definitely a good thing. Also, if you are a beginner sewer or you're just looking to make something from cheap fabric, whether that's like a muslin or something like this, a loungewear set, the sheets section of your thrift store is a great place to look. You can find a lot of like 100% cotton materials. I actually don't know what these ones are, but bed sheets for sure make great loungewear. Obviously you sleep in bed sheets, so wearing it is kind of like the same thing. It's super comfortable. And it's really an inexpensive way to, yeah, make a garment. Each of these was $7. So for 2 for $14, I think that's pretty good. For the next two projects, I'm planning on using the ANTHEA blouse and dress pattern. So I want to make one blouse and one dress. I've already made the blouse once. I made it out of like kind of khaki army green cotton poplin, and I really like that top. It's really cute. It's super easy to like dress up or dress down. It's got these like beautiful big puff sleeves, and I wanted to try it in a linen as well, and I have some of this black washed linen from Blackbird Fabrics left over from previous projects. The washed linen from Blackbird Fabrics is probably my favorite linen to buy. I just feel like it's the perfect weight. It drapes really well, it's super comfortable, super soft, and I love their range of colors. So when I bought the washed linen from them before, I just bought quite a few meters of it so that I would have it for future projects, because I just knew I would either like make a pair of pants or a top or whatever out of it. So yeah, this has been sitting in my stash for a while, and I thought that I would use it to make a linen version of the ANTHEA blouse. And I also want to try and make the dress version as well, but I think I'm going to hack it a little bit and base it on the Rudy Jude sleep dress, which I'll show a picture of somewhere here. So all I would need to do is just crop the dress from here so it's not buttoned all the way down, and then just do like a gathered skirt, which would be a really easy hack to do. And I found the perfect linen for it, which I think is also washed linen in the color Sepia Rose from Blackbird Fabrics. I've ordered it, but it hasn't arrived yet. So yeah, very excited for that one because I think it's just going to turn out really beautiful, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. Next up, I am planning to make the Burnside bibs from Sew House 7. This project has been on my list for so long. I think it was actually in my last sewing project video, which was like spring of last year. I can't remember, but anyway, I've had this project on my list forever. I've had the fabric in my stash forever. This is, yet again, surprise surprise, washed linen from Blackbird Fabrics, and this is in the color Storm Blue. So it's kind of this dark, yeah, very stormy, sort of like greenish gray blue color. And yeah, I think the Burnside bibs are just super cute. I would love a linen pair of them. Yeah, I think linen overalls for fall would be just lovely paired with like a nice sweater. It's a really nice transitional piece because you can layer them as well. And I don't have anything like that in my wardrobe, so I'm definitely looking forward to finally completing this one and knocking it off of my list after it's been on there for so long. So the last two sewing projects are also the same pattern. I'm planning on making a pair of jeans, or two pairs of jeans actually, and this is a pretty new project for me and probably stretching my skill levels quite a bit. I have made a pair of the Persephone pants by Anna Ellen before, but I made those out of, I think it was around like a 6 or 7 ounce like hemp organic cotton canvas, so it was a much lighter weight than actual like a rigid denim, and I think it was actually lighter than what the pattern called for as well. So I'm planning on making myself some proper pairs of denim, just because I've been seeing this style of denim everywhere, and jeans are very expensive, so it's something that I just really wanted to try and see if I could make myself. So I've picked up the Heroine jeans pattern from Merchant & Mills. This will be my first Merchant & Mills pattern that I've ever done, which is pretty crazy because I've been a fan of theirs for a long time. They just have beautiful, beautiful patterns and fabrics and notions as well. And yeah, so I've never made anything by them before, so I'm very excited to try these out. These say that they are a experienced level pattern, so I'm definitely preparing myself a little bit mentally for these. I think that they're going to be quite difficult. But if I could end up with something that looks as professional as that, I think I'd be pretty happy. So this pattern is a straight leg fit, and they actually have like quite a generous length on them as well, so you're meant to roll them up. And I think I'm not going to do any adjustments to these. I'm just going to sew the straight pattern, at least for the first pair, because I'm planning on doing two. So for the first pair, I have this denim. Let me see if I can find the tag. So I know it's in here somewhere. I had cut it off. Maybe it dropped somewhere. Yeah, so I can't find the tag on these anymore. I must have cut it off, but I did get these from Blackbird Fabrics. And this is their 12-ounce Japanese dead stock non-stretch popcorn denim. And I had purchased this actually a long time ago. This has been in my stash for a while. I was planning on making another pair of trousers with them, but just never got around to it. It was also a pattern that wasn't really exactly what I wanted, so I was going to have to hack it quite a bit. So I ended up canceling that project and instead decided to just hang on to this and just see if there was anything else that came up that I wanted to make it for, and it ended up being the perfect fabric for the heroin jeans. So, oh, here's the tag, I found it. Anyway, that's the first pair of heroin jeans that I'm planning on making, and like I said, I'm not going to make any adjustments to this one. I think I am going to keep them quite long so that I can roll them up and just see how that looks. There's actually an outfit that I saw posted by Brittany Bathgate, and she's wearing a black shirt, which is actually very similar to the ANTHEA blouse as well, and then a pair of really dark denim jeans with the bottoms cuffed and rolled up and just some black flats, and I thought that that looked really nice. And these are something that I think I would just get a lot of wear out of. I'm definitely a pants person. I love pants in every shape, color, and form, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do with these and just taking on a new challenge. And lastly, for that same pattern, I also purchased some brushed full denim. This is the 9-ounce version in the color Natural from Blackbird Fabrics, and this is just really nice and soft. It's obviously a bit lighter than the 12-ounce version. I think for these ones I might skip the roll-up, so I think I'm going to shorten them a bit, but still just keep them very straight leg. I've been looking around for a pair of straight leg jeans for a long time. I was like scouring Poshmark looking for them. I just couldn't bring myself to spend that much money on a new pair of jeans when I thought that it was something I could try and make myself. So hopefully these ones will turn out and you'll see me wearing them quite a bit in the near future. So the final project on my fall sewing projects list is actually a knitting project. This is the yarn that I'm planning on using, and I'm planning on making the Ozetta, I think it's the oversized seasons cardigan. So it's like a ribbed cardigan with long sleeves. I love her sweater patterns. I think I've made 2 of them so far. I've made the town sweater in kind of a lilac color, and then this is also her nature's cardigan. I love this cardigan. I wear this quite a lot, especially as we're moving into fall and winter. I just know I'm going to get so much wear out of this. And for this blue color, I thought it would be perfect for the oversized seasons cardigan to kind of replicate the Baba sweater. And I can't remember exactly which number it is. I'll put a photo up here somewhere and also link it in the description box below. But they have a really beautiful color yarn in their collection right now called Midnight Ocean, and it's kind of this like dusty blue, very similar to the bed sheet that I showed you earlier for the loungewear sets that I'm going to make. So I ordered this. So this is the classic wool worsted yarn by Patons, and I bought this from Yarn Canada online. And the photo online was actually a lot more similar to the Baba color. In person, it's quite a bit different. I don't know if you can see, it's quite a bit like more of a brighter blue, almost like, I want to say periwinkle. It kind of has that tone to it. But the more that I look at it, I actually really like this color. I think it's going to make a beautiful sweater, even if it's not exactly what I had envisioned. So yeah, this project is obviously going to take me a long time. Sweaters typically take me anywhere from between 1 to 2 months, depending on how quickly I can work on them, possibly even longer. But it's just nice to have something to knit on like in the evenings if I'm watching a show or just kind of trying to wind down. I do like having a knitting project to just work on. I just find it really relaxing, and it's a nice way to kind of wind down and create some calm and peace in the end of my day. So that's my one knitting project that I'm hoping to complete this season. Just because knitting projects do take quite a bit of time, I find that having too many on my list just gets overwhelming. There's no way that I can finish them that quickly, so I aim for about 1 a season, and yeah, like I said, it's just something nice to have to work on in the evenings, or when I have a little bit of spare time. I just always like to have a project on my needles and something to work on. So those are all of the projects that I'm planning to make this fall. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video and maybe it gave you some inspiration for your own projects, or maybe showed you some new patterns that you haven't heard of yet. If there are any projects that I mentioned in this video that you'd like me to do a future video on, whether that's like a pattern review or more of a sew along like process focused video, definitely let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what projects you're planning on making this fall. I would love to hear what you guys are working on and where you're getting all of your inspiration this season. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!